1-minute chart, it never pretends. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1-minute chart, it never pretends. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. First trade of the day going long. NAS on a double dot entry. Going to try and trade wealth charts with you guys this morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's Ask Me Anything Friday. Hope everybody's having a good week. Trade done. That was pretty fast. That was pretty fast. Let me make sure that was correct. Oh, it was a 10th. It wasn't correct. Sorry. It had the wrong settings on there. So it just made whatever. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? No gold today. I want to get rid of this shit. You know why? This is a perfect example of where, you're trying to trade two things. You have the settings all screwed up. I want to keep everything consistent. All right, this should have been a 5-point. It became like a 2-point. Doesn't matter. Still, the trade was good. I hope you guys took it. I'm going to just trade NAS, well charts. That's all. Don't even talk to me about gold. I know I'm sure gold is going to make $1 million for us. But the game here is focus, not greed. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? You can tell me all your great glories in gold, but we're going to save gold for Asia. We're just going to trade NAS in North America, okay? I'm sure we could make $1 million in gold with the double dot system, but there's always a trade-off in life, and the trade-off is focus, and I want to have focus with you guys today, okay? Good morning, everybody. Laura, Gloria, we had a great coaching session last night. If you guys are not part of coaching, definitely join. Let me give you the link for joining. It was awesome. I think everybody really enjoyed it. I shared some really interesting research into how the brain operates and explained a lot about why people tilt and don't tilt and so on and so forth. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Okay, let me just do this. We're gonna. The reason I'm doing wealth charts with you guys today is a couple. We haven't done them in a while, but also just to show you that even though it's an older version than the one we have on TradingView, everything that you can do on TradingView, you can do on wealth charts right now. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this volatility settings, which are really annoying. So we'll just make this suggested stop. I don't know, like 10, and then we'll go away. I think if I do that, yeah. I just want to get rid of the triangles. We're not going to have that in the future. What are we trading? What are we doing? I put in the rules into a new PowerPoint PDF right over here. 1 minute hyperscalp setup. Do you guys want it? If you guys want it, I am going to send you the link. Here's the link to the PDF. Go crazy. Download this whole thing. This will walk you through all the rules of what we do. Oops, sorry. Okay. What the structure is, the setups, the 8 SMAs, the candles, the slopes, what the purple dots mean, what the red dots mean, what the white dots mean, what the green dots mean, what the pull away candles mean, and then what the shaded area means, and then the actual A setup and B setup that we trade, as well as the fade setup that is kind of an off the menu setup for those of you guys that want to trade fades. So all of these things are written in here, very clear and clean, and you guys can follow it, download it, have a great time with it. Second order of business, of course, Apex is celebrating their 600 million in payouts, and as a result, it's the wrong. I have the wrong text. It should say 60% off, but it's not just 60% off. It's just $6 for lifetime. So basically, if you buy a whole bunch of evals, you pass them. The all-in price is ridiculously cheap. It's like $85 for lifetime. That's with eval and lifetime access for payouts. So that's really good deal. I'm trading today. I'm trading only payout accounts on both wealth charts and on Trade-Evade. But primarily, I'm going to just trade wealth charts with you guys here. Actually, you know what we can do? You guys want to do this? Here's a way for me to trade both. I know everybody wants to maybe look at gold. So the way to do this is so that I know for a fact I have everything set up properly. Okay, let me just put myself into my other computer. We can trade gold because if I trade gold through Trade-Evade, all my settings are all set up there for gold. The gold settings, by the way, should be like 1030. I'm not trading them directly from TradingView. I'm trading them via TraderVate. But the point being is that we could trade this. What is this? 263.6. 62.5. Yeah, it would have made it barely. Let me just make sure that I have the settings on gold properly here. I don't want the B set up. I want the A set up. Everything is proper. Okay, it's all good. All right, so not as many A setups in gold, but a few. Here's a winner. Here's a winner. This one was kind of a winner. So let's see what gold offers us. That's the only way I'm going to be able to trade gold. I'm going to trade gold on one platform, NASDAQ, which is a dominant one, and the other one we're going to trade NASDAQ right now. Double dot formation. 45 seconds left. If this thing holds, we are going to take this to the long side. Is there a replay link for the training session? Couldn't join last night. I sent it out, Clutch Park. You should be on the list. If you bought coaching or if you bought Profit Tools Max with coaching, you should be on the list. If you haven't gotten it, email me a note at contact@bktraders.com. I'll double check your email and I will set you up. If for some reason you're not in the database, I'll make sure that you're in the database. Okay. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Mark. Where are you coming to us from? Asia? All right, we're going to get long here. Boom. All right, long this one, double dot formation. The close on this is 43. So we want to be at, I guess we're at 40. 48. So we actually got a better fill than the close, right? 43 plus 5 is 48. We're at 47.5. That's fine. We'll stay on the offer. See if this trade gets done. You found the email? Okay, cool. All right, good. Good morning, everybody. Who's new in the room today? Who's coming in just kind of stumbling on a Friday trying to learn a little bit of trading? Say hi to me. Oh, man. So now the heat is in the house. I sent the replay link. If you got the check the messages. I'll send me your email address, Clutch, and I'll resend you the link. Yeah, email me if you didn't get the replay email. I sent out a replay email. Literally, like who got the ear? Did you guys get the replay email? Somebody confirmed to me that you were on the list and you got the replay email. Let's make sure, because I know I just sent it out an hour ago. Oh, you know what I want to do here is the cool thing about wealth charts, which I really like, is let's just move this over. We can watch the ladder. Where are we in the ladder? Position is over here. There's the exit. We can just watch the ladder a little bit here if we want to. Hey, Yatin, how are you, my friend? We're nice to have you with us. Kathy's still trading FX, but I have moved on to trading prop futures, and that's all I do these days. So we go crazy. Welcome to our prop trading Friday. Chris says no. Did anybody get? I want to hear a yes from somebody. If I don't hear a yes, that means something is wrong with this email that I sent out. You're not trading at the moment? Too bad. Well, you don't need to trade. Here's the cool thing. If you're not trading your own account, you can still trade and get paid if you trade prop. That's the whole point. Nobody got the email. Okay, guys. I don't know what's going on over here. All right. So, all right. After the show, I will try to resend the email. I don't know why. Let me just see if I go into contacts, bulk actions, coaching replay. Statistics. I see it going through. I know. Oh, my fuck up. I'm sorry. I know exactly what I did. Okay, I'm going to resend it right now. I'm going to resend it. While we're hanging in this trade, I'm going to resend it right now. I know what I did. God damn it. I always hate this stuff. Okay, just one sec. I know exactly what happened. Okay. I did not mark select all. And of course, that was the trigger. Okay, hang on. It's coming to you guys right now. All right. Sometime during the show, you guys confirm to me that you got the email. Now, the email now has been properly sent out. Yeah. I know exactly what happened. Thanks for notifying me. You know, everything is like a 10-step process, right? You miss one step, nothing gets done. Yeah, it was a really good coaching session. You got it. Clutch Park got it. Everybody got it. Okay. Yeah, I just sent it out. Sorry about that, guys. All right, baby, come on. We need to see 48. Let's go, my NASDAQ. This is going to be the last trade before the market open, because we're going to just wait for the the rotation. Let's see what gold is doing with itself. Gold. We missed the A trade in gold. Sorry, I was busy. All right, we'll see what happens here. Come on, baby. God damn, this thing is just so slow. Come on. I'm going to flatten it out. I'm just going to flatten myself out because I don't want to fuck around before the open comes up. All right, almost 5 points, 4.5 points banked. That actually would have gone to 5 points if you guys held, which is fine. So that's a second double dot done, which is what we're doing. We're going to just trade consistently small, and you got filled. I just simply dicked around and I did. I got out like literally quarter point before I got filled out. Yeah, we're trading dots on a 1 minute. RS Hockney. You want the rules? Here are the rules. I'm giving everybody the rules over here in the PDF. So anybody who's new, everybody who's interested in how to trade, this is off our proprietary indicator. If you, good job, Tina and Golden. Everybody hit target. I mean, what am I most famous for? Premature evacuation, right? Premature exiting of all my trades. Oops. I spilled coffee. Okay. Good job, everybody. Now we just sit tight. No signals for timing. As a matter of fact, we can actually turn ourselves to gold. See if gold gives us anything in the next 15 minutes, because we'll trade gold on the Tradeovate side. Today, I'm going to speak to Rob from Wealth Charts, and we're going to try to do a final version of this indicator. Wealth Charts is doing Wealth Charts 360 in the end of January, so I'm going to be there hopefully, and that'll be a lot of fun. Come watch me there. All right, possible A setup in gold. Gold is a 10:30 trade. We're trading dollar target, $3 stop. Neil, how are you? Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody. So it's Ask Me Anything Friday. Shoot. Anything on your mind, come hit me. I'm nice and toasty. The heating is back. Connection for the site not secure when you click. No, it's like it should be. Oh man, Clutch, you're just a tornado of problems for me today. It's the video replay is in your PTP Winter Coaching course, right? Let me show you how you would find it. It's just like, it's always going to be in the course. Okay, let me see if you guys are able to watch it. So we're going to go into community, right? We're going to go into community. You're going to go into courses right over here. Courses. And you are looking for this course. Past. Shit. I don't have this one here. God damn it. On this particular login, I don't have it. It should say Pass the Prop Winter Session. You click that. That's going to be your coaching. That's going to be where all the videos are. The latest video is right in there. All right. No setup on gold. Just missed that setup. That would have been a nice sell over here. But now we're looking for that double dot. Let's see if we can get it. Okay. All right, gold unwinding from the 270. Gold's had a nice big run today. I didn't even look. I totally been ignoring gold because I've been busy, frankly. But we didn't trade. I hadn't traded gold since Wednesday. But it's had a nice big recovery move here. Basically been positive since pretty much all of North America to the upside. All right, let's see if this gives us a signal. We got 10 minutes to the market open. Today we got U of M and PCE at 10 o'clock. I'll hang with you guys till 11. You know, it's just chill Friday. I got nothing to do till 11, so we'll hang for 2 hours. We'll see if we can bang away as many trades as we possibly can. Yes, you can trade micros. You can't. DRD, why can't you trade micros? What you need to do is just simply go MNQ DEES, right? Which one is DEES 25? That's the one you want to choose. Choose that, and it should pop right up. Okay, let me know if that's happening to you. Damn, no A setup on gold. All right, never mind on that. We're just twirling our thumbs. You missed the TP number in the table. Yeah, because guys, I have this conversation with everybody last night. I don't want to create take profits. You know the take profit. If you're in coaching, you know the take profits that are mine, right? You know what take profits I use. I don't want to create those suggested retail price take profits and stops because everybody needs to develop their own style. You can follow me if you're a degenerate like me, and there's a lot of people in the room that are perfectly happy to trade insanely fast with short targets like I do. You know them. I don't need to tell them to you. But there's other people whose personality is completely different from the kind of, hyper insane trading that I do. They can use the indicator in a much more intelligent fashion that fits their personality. You just simply need to, that's what coaching is all about. I talked about this yesterday. How you can even use, Gloria uses Christmas tree labels. She doesn't even use the double dot method. And she does really, really well. So it's a matter of that. Are you talking about, sorry, RS, the T number was a better indicator of what? I'm not clear what you were using the TP number for. When you have enough room, take profit. Okay, so here's the thing. That completely doesn't matter on the 1 minute double dot format, right? I literally live like you can in the new version of BFF on TradeEvade, which was going to be the same version on this. You can use volatility proxy by using the shaded area. So you can set it so that you only trade when the shaded area is shaded. I don't have it on. The high volatility candle color. Setup requires zone fill. Means that you will only take a setup if the zone is filled. If there's enough volatility in the zone, it's useless. I actually need to. You know what? I should probably. I'm gonna rework these to make it a little bit more understandable. They all explain it. If you hit the information button, it will explain it on. But the point is, the volatility now is just simply moving average separations. That's what we're using as a proxy, and I don't use it. I don't use it because it's really not that big a deal. If you are trading for large targets, if you're looking for big moves, yeah, that's what I mean about setting up those things. How do you find let me actually put everybody's comments on here. How do you find the live streams? So the easiest way is, let me put it this way. The easiest way is to go to this page. Okay. This is our, if you go to our YouTube channel, right? You go to our YouTube channel and you go to live, which is the link I just gave you. This will tell you everything that's coming up, right? This will tell you everything that's coming up. And you can, that's the best way to look for it. The best way is to subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, every time I go live, it's gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up, right? So that's the best and easiest way of doing it. Let me know if that explains it for you. Okay. Then what's the question there? When do we switch contracts on indices? Great question, Neil. We're switching contracts first Monday of the third week. So let me see, where are we at? We're rolling not next week. Let me see. Let's just go to the calendar. We're rolling the 16th because they expire. They expire at the end of this month. They get rolled on Thursday, but I think everybody's going to start trading the front month on the 16th. Around this time, right? The best way to do this, the best way to notice is we're going to go to the CME website, and they're going to always print the most liquid contract, which is going to be the front month contract. And if they're going to roll it by Monday, then we're going to just simply move over into the March contract. But there's like 4 or 5 days when everybody's trading both contracts, so the markets are pretty in sync. I just like you, I never know the actual roll date. I always forget. I know that the expiry date is like the third Thursday of every month. But it's a good question. We can ask Claude if you want, or we can ask ChatGPT. Okay, let's you know what? Where's Gemini? Here's Gemini. Let's ask Gemini. Yes, I'm in. All right. Okay. So here's Gemini. Hello, Boris. No, type to ask about a tab. No, I don't want to ask about the tab. Fuck, this is what I hate about Google. Just let me ask. Okay, live mode. Taking a look. You can chat with me about a page or topic using voice with Gemini Live. When using Gemini Live, you can interrupt Gemini. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know what? Let's just ask it. When is expiry for NQ futures contract on CME? Let's see how good it is. See, it's just so stupid. Pinpoint contract details. All right, let's see if it wants to do anything. Press X on the current tab. Determining future expiries, clarifying contract rollovers, blah, 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 refining contract rollover timing. Okay, summarizing key dates. All right, give me the output, baby. Slow show thinking. Where's the output? No. Oh, E-mini 100. Oh, there's a futures calendar. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow, I didn't even know this. You guys want this this link? Look at that. I didn't even know this. Here we go. Here's the link. This is the futures calendar. So the March 26th. Oh, that doesn't tell you the rollover, though. It tells you first date, last date. I don't give a shit about first date, last date. God damn it. All right, never mind. Okay, I don't care. We'll worry about it when time comes. None of this really matters. Let's trade. We got about 2 minutes to go. Oh, gold, gold, gold. 56 seconds. Let's see if we get a double dot trade. Maybe we don't. All right. We're going to give NASDAQ is about to open. They're going to, this is like, okay. I'm almost certain this is going to totally unwind. Like they're going to buy up and just drop it like a stone on the open. Maybe I'm wrong, but like this is such a typical rug pull trade usually in NASDAQ. I'm just waiting to see if there's a trade in gold here. 9, 8, no trades in gold. Gold does not give us a double dot. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to NASDAQ just for shits and giggles. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. It extends a little bit. No, it does extend. I guess it's a minute before the open, but my vibe is they're going to just dump the shit out of this thing right now because they do this almost every day. Look at that. I try to push it. 27 seconds left. Let's see. Market is going to open up literally in 30 seconds. Opening bell. Oh, they're pushing it higher. Maybe the next candle is going to drop. Let's see. Usually they love to pop and drop on the open, which is why I never try to trade the open. Oh, not a lot of volatility on the open. Oh, no, they're sweeping it today. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Today would have been the one day where if you took the signal, you would have totally got paid, which is fine. It's not a trade I want to do. Now they're probably going to. They brought it up. What is that? That is a 50-point candle, right? That's a nice big candle. By the way, I was trying to show you something. So if we look at this candle, I want to show you something. So right now, I'm showing the candle not having the color, but if I click this high volatility candle color, I think it's actually, see how it turns orange? It's telling me that this is an incredibly large breakout candle, which means that the risk of this of retrace here is very strong, meaning that even if you went long, it could stop you out before it hits your target. It's just a little filter that's good to have. Now we're popping, man. They really popped it hard today. Complete change of venue for NAS. Wow, look at this. We took ourselves up 100 points on the open. Market's very bullish. Okay. We let that go because 4 out of 5 days, this is usually a fake out trade, and I don't need the volatility. So we'll stay patient and wait till next opportunity comes up. All right, let's say, we'll ask an actual good AI. Tell me the roll date for NQ December 20. contract on CME. These 13, Saturday, so effectively trading starts that week. Okay, so December contract remains active through March 13, at which point it rolls into March. The actual expiration trading day for NQZ is third Friday of December, which is December 19th. Most traders roll during the week leading up to the expiration when volume shifts to the next from month. Typically, the Thursday before expiration, December 18th, sees the heaviest roll activity. All right. See, this is what a good AI does for you. So if you're trading December contract now, you want to watch the December 11 to 18 window for the volume shift in March. So basically, what we're going to do is, I think we're going to roll generally. So it's what do you say? Thursday is the 18th. We're going to roll on the 16th. This is when everybody usually starts rolling. This is the week where everybody starts rolling. So there you go. There's your answer for the roll date. Wow, man, we are really pumping hard. Just let it go. That's an unexpected. Look at this move here. It's 579 to 200 point move from 9 o'clock onward. That's a powerful blast. I'm trading the 1 minute, William. All the latest information of how we trade is over here in the PDF, which I'm giving out to everybody. So just download the PDF. Good morning, guys. Who's coming to me from Asia, where it's already Friday night and you guys are ready for the weekend? What about Australia? Anybody hanging out with me in Australia? So staying patient here. Lee, of course, Lee is in Lee. Where are you in Australia? Are you in Melbourne? Hey, Lee, how are you? Are you in Melbourne? Where are you looking in Australia? Hey, I have a very important question to ask for all the Aussies. Do they make bluey in Brisbane? Queensland. Okay. Do they make bluey in Brisbane? Because when I landed in Brisbane Airport a couple of weeks ago, they had like a whole bluey museum right outside the airport. And I know it's an Australian show. My daughter loves the show. That's why I was asking. Oh, Chris, you're also in Australia? Oh, look at the Aussies. You guys are really hanging out. What time is it over there? It must be like you have no clue. Okay, no problem. It's not like, I expect every Australian to know the answer to that question. You got to have relatively little kids. It's midnight. Wow. Yeah. All right. So this is a very discretionary trade. The proper trade for this is 2 dots against the red slope, right? So I have 2 consecutive dots here. Massive, massive run up, right? And the safe trade is 2 dots against the red slope. So I don't have a red slope. I don't have a trade. You guys see this over here? Kind of like, that's why I'm really not acting. But, if you wanted to get aggressive, you absolutely could have taken this because this was such a big run up. Like, for example, if you went short here on the close, it was a 47 close. The low on the other side was 40. So you would have made the 5 points. It's not a bad trade. It's just not the perfect trade. I'm trying to teach everybody good habits. And that's why I ignored the double dot trade over here, in case you were wondering. Because slope is important. Slope tells you the the sharpest, the latest derivative reading. It's still a derivative reading, but it's a derivative reading of the strength of the direction. And so right now, the strength of the direction is very much to the upside still. We may have a double dot to the upside, which is going to give us a further buy point. Another thing that this, by the way, signals if you were looking at the thing, is this would have given you a B setup. I don't even have the B setup marked here, but let me show you what the B setup is. I don't like trading the B setup, so I don't do it. But the B setup is the retrace setup. So if I marked it as a B setup, you see that you buy the retrace, right? But in this case, if you bought the 56, it actually went. No, you would have made money. It popped to 67. It was fine. You would have made money on this thing. It's actually a super high probability setup. I just don't like buying retrace. And it's another good thing to the sort of to know. There are 100 different ways to make money in the market. The key isn't to use every one of them. The key is to use the one that you're most comfortable with. Because if you're most comfortable with the way you want to make money, you will follow the rules with the greatest amount of consistency. Right? Agree? Everybody agree with me that the point of failure is not the system. The point of failure is the individual. And you need to know your own strength and weaknesses, right? No, William, we're doing 515, not 520. We have a little bit shorter targets here. Does everybody agree with me on that? That it's not a question of having a successful strategy. It's a question of having a successful strategy for you. Which is why I'm not giving you guys stops and targets. I'm giving you my stops and targets, but those are good for me. And there's a lot of people that love to trade like me. That's the room is full of degenerates, right? By the way, I definitely want to. It's been an insane couple of weeks. You guys know I've been traveling. Like I went to Dubai, I was in Australia, I was in Florida. So I'm not going anywhere for the next 3 weeks. I'm going to settle down. I'm going to try and do a little bit of merch, and we'll do the PTP merch. I got to go find somebody who's a good producer of PTP logos, and then maybe some degenerate logos too. So we'll definitely do some fun merch. Yeah, man, I got the heat back. It's so toasty. You have no idea. So sweet. It's like a huge setup. Yeah, I'm just doing the A setup for me. But I'll call out the B setup for everybody else who wants to do it, right? Yeah, 17 degrees this morning. I know it was freaking cold. But I feel so warm. Like yesterday, it was 45 and I was dying in the house. Today it's 17 and I'm like toasty. Ooh, look at this unwind, right? Look at this hard unwind. 17 seconds left. It's a double dot. Just waiting patiently for the candle close so we can get the proper fill. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, short here and boom, and I'm done. That was super fast. Was that on the? Yeah, it was. Wow, that was 5 points. Look at that, guys. You see that? Holy shit! That was a click and a fill. That was very cool. You guys see that? It was a click and a fill. Really, really nice. That's what I like about it. I got to tell you, I really like that about the Wealth Charts platform. It's a super fast fill. But it also is like you could barely see it here because this thing was just so fast. And that's why it's a matter of timing. Look at this. In, boom, this thing dropped like a stone, 20, 30 points on us in a matter of minutes, in a matter of seconds, right? All right, that was good. So another setup hits the bust. Tel says, so cold in Texas, it's 61 degrees or 51 degrees. I guess it is cold for you guys. Okay, here's an insane statistic that I saw today. Okay? So New York City, the 5 boroughs of New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island. 8.5 million people, right? The next biggest city in America is Los Angeles at like 3.5 million. So like not even half the size of New York City. But here's the thing that's just mind-boggling. If you were just to separate the boroughs of New York City into separate cities, to a separate city, right? Brooklyn is actually number 3, beats Chicago. It goes like, no, or maybe number 2. It goes LA, Brooklyn, Chicago, like just the borough of Brooklyn, right? But then, and this is where it gets wild, I think the Bronx is bigger than Houston, right? Which is, a revelation itself. But this is the craziest part about it. Houston's land mass is as big as the state of Connecticut. So just the urban area of Houston is the size of Connecticut. And it still has less, it's like one of the, top 10 metropolitan areas in America, still less people there than in the Bronx, which is just wild as far as stats go, right? Thank you very much, Vachu. Thank you very much. How do I get the previous trades in wealth charts? You go in here, global chart settings, turn trade history on, turn trade history on, and then you'll have the chart settings. DFW Metro catching up. Yeah, I mean, absolutely everybody's, I know everybody's moving to Texas, but I just thought like both the mind-boggling part is that the population density relative to like actual cities, but then the disparity in land and population density, because you just can't, like the density, like in my neighborhood in New York City, I one time figured out this is just, remember, New York City is on a grid, right? And from Central Park West to the river, to Riverside River, there is Central Park West, Columbus Avenue, Amsterdam Avenue, Broadway, West End, and Riverside. So what is that? Like 4-5 streets, right? And if you were just to count every apartment on just one, on 77th Street, which is where I live, just the amount of apartments, I think it was like 20 to 30,000 apartments on one single street, because there's like 5 buildings per block. Each building has like 300-400 apartments. Some of them have a couple hundred apartments, and you got like 5 blocks. It was just like an insane amount of action. So it basically, my zip code, which is like 3 city blocks or 4 city blocks, has 60,000-70,000 people inside of it, which is like, and then I'm, when I'm sitting in the suburbs, and this little town that I'm in that's kind of spread all around has like 7,000, 7,000 population. It just amazes me at the intensity of population distribution in New York. Just how everything is so vertical, and just how dense it is relative to everything else. Just really wild. Houston is an hour away from everything, including Houston. That's pretty fucking funny. That's funny. I hear you. All right. So after pumping, we did a little bit of dumping, and now we're repumping. However, again, watching the double dots, what's happening over here? Let me go to the screen. It's not a green slope. It's still a red slope, right? So not optimal. It's okay, but not optimal. And since I'm going to try and just be very good today, I'm going to be like Santa. I'm going to be good for Santa. I'm going to try to stick to my rules of not trading suboptimal setups. Could this work? Absolutely. But, it's not a big deal. We'll just give it a breathing room. If it actually starts to really pump in a V-shaped format, it's going to flatten out and will give us another push higher. But for now, I'm happy to just chill out. Just for shits and giggles. If we went long here, it probably would have worked. Let's see. The close was 40. The high was 44. Not quite. So we really need to have like a 46, 47 high to be confident that we would have hit the target. And maybe I was right. And see, maybe I was right to hold off, because you see how now it's curling back down. So when you're in that position, you're at a risk of getting stopped out before you get TP'd. Which is, I'm trading small, it doesn't really matter, but like it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary stop. This is an unnecessary stop, right? You want the stop to be legitimate. Like this is a stop that could have been prevented. So therefore, I'm glad I prevented it. Just kind of showing you the dynamics of price action and how I interpret the dots on a regular basis. Now, by the way, all this churning, we're actually now holding the slope. So the slope now turns green. And if if the buyers can just, buy the dips and start to stabilize, and they can start running the index, they might be able to run it again. And then we could have the setup again. Or this could just be the reflex exhaustion, and we start going back down to the other side. Either way, we wait for the setup until we start doing it. Okay, so Gloria, let me ask you. Gloria's asking an interesting question, but let me ask you a question. Are you trading the 1 minute chart, or are you trading the 2 minute chart? Like, are you asking me as someone who is looking to look for the for the zone fill, because you're trading like sort of a longer term chart and you really care about volatility, or are you just trading the 1 minute chart? Because the answer really depends on what you're doing. Are you doing what I'm doing? Are you doing the A/B setups? Let me know, and then I'll answer your question. What time is it? No, we got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to the news. We'll see if the news does anything. When the B setup's coming up on wealth charts. Oh, no, that's not Gloria. It's in the William. It's in the description of the PDF. You can see exactly. Oh, you mean? Are you asking me when A/B setups will be coming to wealth charts? Probably next week. I'm going to try and talk to Rob today and see if we can. It's not that difficult to do this upgrade, but it's just a matter of whether he's got the resources and time. He's really been a trooper, because I've totally annoyed the fuck out of him with all these rewrites. But you got to admit, they've been worth it. Every rewrite has been a better version of the indicator. So Gloria, you haven't answered my question, so I can't answer yours. Tell me what you mean. Are you trading? As I was asking, are you trading the 1 or the 2 minute? Because if you're trading the 1, it really I don't care about the volatility shade. I don't care about the shade. I unshade the area. I don't know I don't have any problems with the clock, guys. What is the problem with the countdown clock in wealth charts? Is it that you guys like? Look at me. I'm trading wealth charts. What problem is there with the countdown clock that you're having? Look at my settings. Parameters. Where's my countdown clock? Countdown, text size, show countdown on candle. Seconds before candle close, 20. That's what I have. You can't adjust it? Really? Okay, hold on. Let me watch this for a second. Okay. Let's see if this is let me watch this now. So I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, you're right, because it's 20 seconds before candle count closes. It starts a second. So do you want to remove it? I mean, I'll have them work on fixing it. But if you just don't want to see the countdown clock, which I actually love, I mean, I love having the countdown clock. You can just say, don't show it, apply, and now it's all gone. Now, I absolutely love having it because I really need the countdown clock and it doesn't bother me. But it looks like there's a little bit of a bug there, so I will let them know. You're right. You want to see it for the whole time. Okay. All right, I'll let them know. All right, we're looking for a double dot. 7 minutes to the news. Probably also not optimal, but what the hell? We'll take a bite on this trade. I'll go to a different account. 40 seconds left. Again, this is, if this holds, it's a double dot formation. Slope is green. We're gonna try and trade this, but they got to hold this. This got to hold. The other big problem is that this is pretty much at resist. So now it's taking out the resist. So do we run to the 25.8? Let's hope so. 18 seconds left. Markets are moving. Yeah. Buy. All right, long. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. And we're done. See how fast that was? When you wait, you get paid. Oh, that's our motto. When you wait, you get paid. It's not pretty. It's not fully rhymey, but it's good enough, right? I think I'm going to put that as a sub logo on the PTP thing. When you wait, you get paid. What do you think? That's pretty good, guys. Come on. It's not bad for an amateur poet. By the way, tons of signals on gold. As I said, we just can't do both. But a fuck ton of signals on gold here. A's, all good. I'm just focusing on one. So you're doing the 1 minute? 1 minute, don't even bother. It's like it doesn't effing matter. You're doing 1 minute. You're doing five. As long as you get the double dots, you're gonna get paid you're gonna get paid 5 points. The vol expansion and all of that. It's kind of a secondary component of sort of a bigger rate. What you don't want happening is just buying positions. That, because if you look at this over here, you see this. There is no shaded, and the A still works. The A just simply, you basically get triple A's. It's the exact same symbol, and that works. And this works. This works. It's really doesn't penalize you when the moving average is kind of compressed. Where it's probably really, really bad, and let me even here. Okay, maybe over here, right? Yes, if you're just because I remember this was really, really dead. I woke up at 5. From 5 to 7, you had like a 10-point range. But even here, the worst that would have happened to you is you would have made one of them. The other one would have failed. This one actually 50. Oh, this is gold. I'm sorry, this is gold. This for sure would have reached. Because you're only trading for 1 points. But yes. The markets are kind of flat like this. Maybe you don't want to do it. Do you want to adjust it for gold for like a looser, for not as tight a volatility than 60? Maybe you want to have like $3, probably 30 ticks in gold, right? So if you had 30 ticks in gold, here you start having conditions where you could trade it. It's probably 30. I guess the answer is if you really wanted to stick to the shaded area, I just ignore it. I just literally ignore it on gold. On anything, on any of them, I ignore it because I find it. If I'm going to be in a churn condition like that, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll know right away because you'll see that the moving averages are literally going up against each other, up and down, up and down. So I find it just marginally useful for the 1 minute chart. If I'm trading for like a longer 2 minute charts and I'm looking for bigger trades, yes, I really do want expansion. I want moving average expansion because then I have confidence that there'll be continuity. Yeah. So it just depends on where you're at. All right, are we 10 o'clock? We're going to stop trading right now. I just watched the news. Let's watch the news for a second. Let us watch the news because we got the PCE spending, a whole bunch of shit coming up. Let's see. Let's see. Not that we're going to trade directly off the thing, but let's see if this has any kind of a meaningful impact on the market. Okay, guys. 2 minutes left on the news flow here. Used cars is quite important. What do you see the used cars? Oh, used car prices? I guess so. Yeah, I mean, that's actually not good, right? 1.3. Year to year is flat, though. Let's see what the core PC. I think core PC is going to stay at 0.2. I think inflation is relatively muted. Got 20 seconds left on the clock. Ten seconds to the data. PCE is the Fed's favorite measure of inflation. That's why people look at it pretty carefully. Here's this. So here's the data. 2 as I expected, right? Boom. Oops. Gosh, what happened here? All these alerts which are useless. What happened? Why? They just printed. He just printed everything, and now what happened here? Okay, here we go. Better expectations, current conditions. Inflations are a little bit muted. Let's see what the market is doing. How's the market reaction? Not much of a reaction. A little bit negative, but honestly, nothing grossly out of line. Personal income at 4. Spend is a little bit lower. PCE year on year is a little bit hotter, but a little bit lower on the core. A little bit better on Michigan. Let's see what everybody's saying about this. Let's see if there's any intelligent commentary here. We actually have, before I get too engrossed in commentary, we have a potential, A setup to the short side, a double dot setup if this thing gives me a dot, because the slope is red. It's kind of like, we ran into the data, and now we're just a little bit selling off, but not holding the lows. So we got no setup right now. All right, no setup right now. Let's go back to reading what everybody says. Um, it's a big drop on the inflation expectations. Everything else is kind of okay. I think generally it's mildly positive news. Sentiment is a little bit better. I would assume we have, I would assume we kind of go to fresh highs. So we take out the 800 first dot. Let's see if we get a second dot. If we get double dot, we're going to try and run this because it looks like they want to run to fresh highs. So I'll join the crowd. "45 seconds left on the clock." Totally viable. We could be at 25.9 or maybe even 26,000, which will drive the bears batshit crazy. 19 seconds left on the clock. If the dot holds, we're going to go long on this. But very important to not commit until the candle closes, because this just doesn't look like it's going to hold so far. Not a lot of very highly convincing price action, right? Everybody's just good night, Chris. Oh, 2 a.m. Well, you did good. I kept you positive all the way through till 2 a.m. So that's good. Have a nice rest. Enjoy yourself. I'll see everybody on Monday out of the Aussie land. I really had a fun time trading Australia. Because the cool part about Australia is, like, in the middle of a night, you can trade London, which is really fun. Six, 7 seconds left. Nothing much going on over here, guys. Let's see what gold is doing with itself. See, by the way, here's a good example of why you don't trade pre-news, right? So this is like, let me show this to you. See this? This is 9:56. News itself is 10 o'clock. Oops, sorry. News itself is 10 o'clock, right? That's 10 o'clock news. So you get this signal, super spiky up and down against the signal, right? This whole corridor of like 5 to 10 minutes before the news is just traps both ways. So here's a trap to the upside. Like, if you look at this, this is exactly why news, you want to give yourself the corridor. This is a trap, it blows you up. And this is a trap, it blows you up, right? Market makers notice. They want to force you to be a buyer at the highs, seller at the lows in front of news. Now, post-news, we're hopefully going to get a little bit more smoother directional signals, and you'll be in better shape. But the most important part, is that in front of news, this is just toxic trading. You don't want to be doing this trading. Oh, double top, double top, double dot, double dot, double Dutch. 23 seconds left. I'm going to watch this. This looks pretty good. We're breaking to fresh highs, 8:30 on the trade. 13, 14 seconds left on the candle. Oh, not holding. Let's see. 6, 7 seconds. Can they rally it? 3, 2, 1. I'm going to hold until the close. Nope. This is important. This is why important. You don't really commit until the dot prints. So no signal here. We kind of just died out. It's a slow churning move. And sometimes the slow churning move, it can be a sort of a hidden trend. Unfortunately, the way we detect trend, which depends on momentum, we miss it. Like we just simply, like, you could have literally just simply bought here and held, but you only had like 2 legitimate signals in here for us because we're looking for that strength. And sometimes you don't have enough strength to give us the momentum signal, but there is enough strength underlying to keep prices just floating up. You can't predict everything, and you can't accommodate for everything. So you have to know what you're looking for and just trade to that setup. Again, it goes back to the idea of like everything is a trade-off. You got to know what you like. You got to know what you can do. You got to know what your setup is good at. It's not, it's going to miss occasionally big runs in this kind of a very soft, slow, casual environment, right? Which is okay. It doesn't matter because eventually it's going to either rip down and it's going to give us signals to the downside or consolidate and rip up, It's just that this kind of a very, very slow, hidden, non-momentum driven move, that's a trade that we just have to leave for somebody else. Everybody see what I'm showing you? You guys understand what I'm showing you? And it's all really understanding that you can't have it all. If you want to be successful, you just got to have one thing that you want. If you want to be unsuccessful, then you try to go for everything. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on. Minor accident. Water on the iMac. All right. It's good. Wally, good to have you. Oh, so somebody was here from Pakistan? That's a pretty dense place of life. Having a lot of turmoil right now. I don't even want to ask you about Imran Khan because I don't know which side of the politics you're on, but that is a very, very volatile situation in Pakistan. Who else is new in the room, guys? Come say hi to me. It's Ask Me Anything Friday. We're just, waiting for setups, trading our 1 minute scalp. As I was trying to explain, the NASDAQ is sort of in this hidden uptrend pattern, and it's just not, we're not getting all the trades that we could just because it's 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards, and we always need to have 2 steps forward to give ourselves the confidence that things are going to work. Let's see what's going to go over here. But we really we've run very, very slowly to the 25,850 level. Let's see if it wants to go a little higher. Okay, 12 seconds left. 9 seconds left. Let's see if the dot's got to hold. All right, it's good. So we're long. Let's see if this extends. May not, because this is one of the things that let me just get a little bit bigger here. One of the things that kind of puts us at a disadvantage is that this is sort of like the topmost momentum, right? It kind of hits the top. It's against the 850 resist level. So we need a push here. We need a push here to make it run. Let's see if it's going to give us a push, and it does. Okay, good. We make the push. I do think, like right now, even if I get a signal again, I'm probably going to ignore it because we are at a very, very steep ascent. Look at this ascent. This is like literally a 45-degree angle ascent. When price gets into that kind of a vertical move, it screams for a little bit of pause. So, we got filled on everything that we needed to fill. Let's give it a little patience here. What I say? Wait to get paid. What was the logo that I wanted? The sub logo to our room. We wait to get paid. I need a better. It's a little bit lame. We need something like a little better. Anybody have any suggestions of how we can do wordplay with that to make it sound better? Oh, we push through, man. No, two consecutive dots is a trade. Absolutely, William. That is a trade. It's an A setup. There's just a whole bunch of variations on the A setup. In other words, do you want to take only one A setup in a slice, or do you want to take multiples? I'm taking multiples, but the core setup is two dots against the green slope on the green side, two dots against the red slope on the sell side. Yeah, LKLK. Here's the explanation. Here's the PDF that kind of explains the structures and everything else. Yeah, Claudio, there's always a delay on YouTube, right? So I'm delay. My YouTube. There's always a 3 minute. It seems excessive. I think it's a 30-second delay on YouTube. I would just refresh the YouTube. Sometimes the stream can get behind it. When you wait, it may look late, but you get paid, and that's how the money's made. Ooh, I like that. But you will get paid, and that's how money is made. Oh, I like it. I'm going to copy that, and we're going to play around with that. That's funny. Very cute. I'm sending it to myself so that I can. Where's my thing? Where's my WhatsApp? Come on, WhatsApp. Oh, here it is. I use WhatsApp as literally my garbage dump. I don't know if you guys do that. Like, I literally, anything I see, like an interesting idea, a thought I have, a TikTok that I want to, watch later, I literally send to myself in WhatsApp because it's the greatest thing. Think about this. It's across every platform, so I can be on the Mac or on PC and I can get it. It's on my phone. So, like, anytime you have a free moment, you dropped all this bullshit, you can just go, oh, let me look through this. Let me see what I was thinking about. And the great thing is the search function in there is awesome. So you go, oh, like 3 months ago, somebody said this to me. Let me search it. And it comes up. It's like its own Dropbox in the sky. That's my little hack for the day. Yeah, this is 20. That's why, guys, I narrate, right? I'm always narrating the story and telling you, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this because obviously I'm always gonna be on delay because of YouTube. So for those people who are not used to it, yeah. I'm not gonna do that, Kathy. They can wait all they want. The delay is like you're in the future. That's funny. So you see, we are this 50 level. Generally, the half century, the century levels, especially after a very, very large move, tend to be congestion areas. People had a big run. They're digesting the price moves. All the buyers have bought. The early buyers have profits, right? Now, a little bit of profit taking possibly do. You see now we're trading off the 65s. The sellers are trying to probe the downside. See if it's working. We'll flip around to the 22 account. Notice, by the way, what I'm doing all day long. This is another great thing about wealth charts as a platform is you actually can do this in Tradeovate too, but in wealth charts it's really, really easy because it's integrated with everything is integrated in one single tab. I am rotating every single trade into a new account, right? That, first of all, what does that do? That gives me profits in every account, nice, slowly, and easily. But if I hit a loss, right, the single most important part when you make a loss is to not stay in the same account. Once you dug a hole, the single most important part is to stop digging. And we talked about that yesterday in coaching and why we continue digging. What is the biological imperative for why we do what we do, and why it's really, really important to have a okay, I'm watching this right now. 3, 2, 1. All right, short this. Let's see if we get any continuity. I'm going to move this up a little bit because I got bad execution. Let's see if we get a little bit of continuity here. This is a pretty big corrective move here. Let's see if I can get a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And we got the continuity. I wasn't quite sure because this is a very steep sell-off, and I thought we could, we might be vulnerable to a retrace, but it's fine. We got the trade. I think this is like the 5th or the 6th winning trade we've had since I started trading with you guys. Just trading the A setups, just trading NQ, right? Not fucking around. It's actually should be renamed No Fuck Around Friday today instead of Ask Me Anything Friday, because I've really been on point today at not being seduced by whatever shit the market is showing me and actually staying on point, right? Surprisingly enough, Friday, which is like the most casual day of the week, has been my most disciplined day of trading today. Maybe that's the key. No, it's first of all, hang on a second. Is it consistent? Where's SSX rules? So first of all, SSX, I kind of moved away from my repair rule, right? We had a long conversation about this in coaching, and I'll discuss this more because I feel like the repair trade is the gateway to crack hell in some ways. So what I'm doing right now is I'm not repairing, or if I am going to repair trades, I'm repairing them in a very, very modest fashion of a 2. I'm only going 2 large, not 3 large, right? But the idea is I'm really trying to beat the market with accuracy, not size. Even though it really, I'm trading such small size, it really doesn't matter. I could absolutely use the repair trade. And I know that, people find it very intoxicating, but that is actually the danger. It is precisely because it makes you feel good that is a really probably bad. I've kind of moving myself away from that because that has been always my gateway to blowing the accounts. And we talked about that yesterday about what happens and why you do that. So I'm really trying to make a very conscious effort not to repair. So that's a new input for you to consider. Or if I'm doing it, I'm only doing it but two. But the bigger question of does this create a consistency problem? It doesn't, because the way Apex interpreting it is, you're trading micros, they could give a flying fuck. You're trading one micros and it's going to take you a month to get paid. They love that. What they don't want, they hate paying out people who get lucky. They are very, very happy to pay out people who are going to grind it out, because that means they know those people are very consistent and they're going to be able to monetize them down the road. But they don't want to pay out some asshole who had who hit 10 trades in a row because he just happened to have caught a move, and next month he's going to just blow out everything. So that's why the consistency rule is there in that function. It's really for guys who are going to trade 5 minis, then 1 mini, then 1 micro, that kind of consistency rule. You go from 1 micro to 3 micros, that could literally give a flying fuck. Yeah, Christmas tree labels are very liable. We just again, matter of trade-offs. What are we trading? I'm trading the 1 minute because it gives us lots of practice, lots of opportunity for people to understand how to trade, and it's a very, very defined, highly contained risk structure with lots of basically I'm looking to do lots of small, high frequency, small trades. It's another conversation we had yesterday as to why you trade small when you do high frequency, which is a really interesting idea. Sorry, just to be clear up, is there a white dot? Then the next candle is nothing. Yes. No, that's not a setup. The setup is always 2 consecutive dots. It's got to be consecutive. When there's gaps, it doesn't show. Right. It doesn't show. I mean, when there's gaps, you don't see it here. Okay. And again, just kind of to bring everybody back on gold. Look at gold. Again, we can't trade everything. I like to trade gold in Asia. By the way, so everybody who wants to trade with me, lots more opportunity in the month of December, because Tuesday, Wednesday is a triple live day. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, New York close, we're going to trade CFDs, US 30 NDQs for 8 cap. And then Tuesday, Wednesday night, we're trading gold for Think Capital, right? So every session dedicated to a specific product, specific partner of ours. And it's going to make it really, really cool for everybody. But my point is that you avoided the, what do you call it? The news flow, and look how much cleaner the A signals are in gold. Winner, chicken dinner, right? That's the key thing to understand. Like the setup itself is not self-funding. I think that's what people get. This is why I don't want to give people stop targets and everything else, because they start to think that you don't take responsibility for understanding market action. The setup itself is an incredibly valuable intelligence asset. It's like having a great CIA analyst at your side, but it's not going to kill the target. Okay. You got to know how to kill the target yourself. Right. And that's the point. You got to take responsibility for the actual plan. So that's why I don't want to give people predefined, pre-chewed dog food. You got to learn how to hunt, because you learn how to hunt, you'll hunt for the rest of your life. That's my job, to help you hunt for yourself, right? Otherwise, if I give you pre-chewed food, you're never going to be, able to survive in the savannah. Have I butchered enough, hackneyed similes into this little rant? I hope you guys get it. Another sell signal here. All right, let me switch accounts here. Let me go to 23 because I'm just distributing trades across accounts because that's really what I want to do. It's the portfolio approach to prop trading. Oh, that's another good one. Portfolio approach to prop trading. A triple P structure, which is actually really, really good. It's so consistent. I'm intuitively doing what every statistical model tells you to do, which is not rely on one idea, one instrument, one structure, one place for all of your risk decisions. I am diversifying my risk decisions across multiple assets, multiple structures, multiple accounts, and that is sell. That and done, sell and done. That is the key to mitigating risk, right? That was a very, very fast sell. You guys saw that? Sorry. I mean, I hope you guys caught it, but I pre-warned you. You guys know the setup, right? And you got to hit it literally with 1 second or 2 seconds on the clock in order to get it done. This was a little bit lucky. I'll be honest with you. We've been lucky a couple of times today, but what is this? What the hell? The harder I work, the luckier I get. I've been working pretty hard today in not doing stupid shit, and it's definitely working. Ooh, that's a really, really great question. Pre-chewed dog food sounds appealing. Well, for my puppies, for sure. This is a really, really good question. I got to think about that. I really, this is a very, very deep question, actually. So does anybody know what decision fatigue is? Does everybody want me to try to explain to you what decision fatigue is? Let me know, and we can talk a little bit about that. It's a good Ask Me Anything Friday question. But before we get to that, by the way, speaking about pre-chewed dog foods, I want to know who spoils their pets, because I don't think anybody's pets are more spoiled than my little fucking rat dogs. I cook steak for these bastards every 2 days. I literally buy like USDA choice, and they will not eat food unless there is like medium rare steak cooked for them in the thing. Anybody else do that? Anybody else cook for their dogs? As a matter of fact, the funniest part is I don't cook for my family anymore. And my daughter, who loves the the steak that I make, she just goes, "Daddy, could I have some of the dog steak?" And sometimes I give her half the steak. Yes. So a couple of good definitions over here. A-Box says mental exhaustion and deteriorating quality of choices after making numerous decisions, depleting willpower, leading to poor judgment, procrastination, impulsive choices. All really, really good. Analysis paralysis is not part of decision fatigue. That's a separate issue. We don't have analysis paralysis because we actually have very, very clean analysis to do. So I wish I had a foolproof answer for you, but I think the best answer. So remember, like, let's just look at, like, we've been trading for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, right? It's almost, what time is it? Yeah, it's almost an hour and a half, right? What I'm gonna do is I have to cycle through all the accounts because it only shows per account. So there's one trade in this account. There was one trade in this account. There was 2 trades in this account. So that's 4. There was no trades here. And there was 5. There's 5 trades, right? No, actually more. Sorry. More. 5, 6, 7. 7 trades. So that's pretty much, I think that's kind of reasonable. And I was very selective. So there was like 7 trades in a period of like 2 hours, right? And frankly, that's probably enough. Like, I would say 7-10 trades, 2 hours, pretty good. Walk away. Maybe you do another hour. Like I can certainly do another, like if today was a regular day and we had New York close, I could come back for New York close for an hour. I could definitely do Asia. I think just from going from my own self, the realistic ability to focus on price action is 2 hours maximum, probably. But within that time, you could make 7 to 10 trades, right? Now, the thing that I've started to do and where decision fatigue really, really has a minimal impact on me is size. Remember, the smaller the size, the less of a fuck you give, right? The less of a fuck you give, the less of an impact it is on when you're wrong. When I'm wrong on very, very small size, I'm no longer anxious, upset, refocused, all of the biological markers of precursors to to making bad decisions. You notice how calm I was today, right? I was calm because I'm trading micros. I could literally care, right? Whatever it is, because I know, first of all, I'm trading micros and I'm rotating through accounts. So I know if I lose in one account, the next time I'm focusing, the next account is going to be positive. And all I want to do is just be net positive, for the day. So, yeah. Lee, you probably did not go to coaching yesterday, but I really recommend everybody who's part of coaching to watch yesterday's session. And just you can ignore like the first 45 minutes of it and just go to the last 15, 20 minutes of it. If you just, if you don't, because the first 45 minutes, we just talk about everything under the sun. But like the last 15, 20 minutes is a really, really important structure of what I learned from a very, very cool book about how the human mind operates. And once you kind of hear that, you'll understand it. But yeah. Yes, an educator who feeds his pets. I don't feed my pets filet mignon, my friend. I'm not that fucking crazy, but yes, I buy them the, what actually, so like, what is a steak or like a cut of beef that is surprisingly good if you know how to make it, that's cheap as shit, is London broil. Like if you get the London broil, I think it's like $10, whatever, $20 a steak, and I think $15 a steak. And that's pretty easy to do, like in a grill that actually tastes halfway decently. So there you go. That's my cooking tip for the week. Yeah, it is a trade. I'm just not trading, William. I'm talking. I can't. This is a perfect example of decision fatigue, right? That's another good thing. Wild game meat. Wow, that's really crazy. Yeah, I bet they love the wild meat. That's another good thing is like this. You notice that when I try. The other thing about decision fatigue. This is a really great question. Multitasking, right? You are looking for a trade and your wife or your husband, your spouse says, where are my socks, right? And your behavior should be, let me go find the socks, right? And typically what we try and do is like, oh, let me just do the trade and I'll go find the socks. Or I'll answer your question in a minute. That behavior very often leads to mistimed entry, anger, and then pissed off at your spouse for fucking bothering you, to find out where the socks are, right? The thing that has given me a lot more psychological relief is that on the 1 minute chart, I am 100% certain that there'll be a trade in the next 10 minutes, right? What's the two things that drive us crazy? I missed a trade. Now I don't know when the next trade is coming, right? Or I took a trade. It's not working. I got to repair it right away. Those are the two primary negative motivating factors that drive us to losses. And I mitigate those by the 1 minute chart, by the small size, by distribution across accounts. That's really kind of like my solution. It's by no means, the solution, but that is at least an engineered solution that does, relieves a lot of the worst of the psychological pressures that we all live under, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody clear on that? So by the way, look what's happened. What's the typical structure of the market? Typical structure of the market is big push, consolidation, right? We've had a big push. This is another thing to kind of remember. We had our profits. We ate at the table. Now it's just going to be crumbs for a little while. Now is the time to you see the price action kind of just died. We haven't had any forward movement or downward movement. It's fine. Right now, I would pause. This is not a bad time to actually look at the shaded area and see, I would say, the shades are, where's my NASDAQ? Well, it's fully shaded, but actually I'm just trying to figure out, but if, it's not so much the shaded area, is what you need to really watch is the fact that over the last, what would be really, really useful? What we need to put in? I need to put in here. I just thinking about this. We don't need the last 10 average of last 10 ranges. What you need is the actual high and low, max high, max low of the last 15, 20 candles. It's like, because if you look at this range, this is a $70 to $30. It's a 40-point range, right? That's a very, very narrow range. 40-point range is not a big range. And if you go like over the last, even if you go like, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 10. So what is the high low? That's a 64 to 30. It's a 30-point range. It's a tight range, especially this time of the day, right? Remember, like it's a $25,000 product and you have a 30-point range, you probably want to see like a 50-point range in order to really engage with the market. So I think we need to, I think that's going to be an interesting thing. I think this is a stupid statistic. It really tells me nothing. But the last 10 bar range, and maybe even relative to the notional value. So if the range is 30, how many basis points of it is a notional value? And then you have then you can create a general mathematical rule of thumb of what to do. So there you go. I think we came up with a new intelligence input that could be useful. I'll put that in there. I'll update that, and that way we'll also obviously. This is the reason why I didn't want to do wealth charts, because I really want to do like the final version of stuff, and put that in there as a measuring stick. And of course, we can. This is all be. We'll make this user defined, so you could make it. What's the range? 10 bars, 20 bars. What is it relative to the notional in basis points, and then you can decide. What is your litmus test of how many basis points you're willing to. How wide of a basis points move do you want to see before you kind of engage with the market? Because if something is like a 10 basis point range, meaning that the amount of points that have traveled on the underlying are less than 1/10 of 1% of the underlying value, that's a tight range. Nothing much is happening, and maybe you just want to stand back. That's probably a much better way for us to analyze that than any other way, right? Anyways, a setup setting up, but I'm going to run, guys, because Kay is already bothering me to do some stuff. A really, really good Friday. We killed it. We hit every single trade. Everybody who's new, I hope you guys come back. As I said, Tuesday, Wednesday is triple live day. Monday is always trading with Kathy, and I'm really looking forward. I think we're making really good progress on the indicator, on the analysis, on the tool sets, on everything, right? Hope you guys really enjoying it because the accuracy ratio is really, really ramping up. And we're all about accuracy. Okay? Any final questions? Anything else want to ask me? Anything Friday? No? You guys are good? And a great question about decision fatigue. That was a great question because I think that's a thing that we really don't think about because we're just like, I love the market. I want to trade the market all the time. But even if you love the market and you want to do it all the time, there's a trade-off, right? And you are not trading optimally. So 2 hours and then walk away. Give yourself some rest. Thanks, guys. I'll see everybody on Monday. Everybody have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.